Venice, around the year 1500, a city unlike any other in the world, rising from the waters of the lagoon as though carved from the sea itself. In this period, the height of its maritime power, Venice stands as a symbol of wealth, stability, and cultural brilliance. Here, land and water meet in a delicate balance that has shaped every aspect of the city's character. The day begins softly. Light spreads across the surface of the lagoon, turning the water into shifting bands of silver and gold. From this reflected glow, the city emerges. Rows of stone facades, pointed arches, slender columns, and rooftops tiled in warm earth tones. Every building leans gently toward a canal or a narrow street, creating a landscape where architecture and water exist in constant dialogue. The sounds of Venice are unlike those of other great capitals. With no horses on its streets and no wheels striking pavement, the city awakens to the glide of wooden boats, the dip of oars, and the echo of footsteps on worn stone bridges. Water laps against foundations built centuries earlier, and distant bells carry across the open lagoon. This is the rhythm of a society shaped by tides rather than roads. In these years, Venice is the beating heart of Mediterranean trade. Ships from distant ports bring spices, metals, fabrics, and stories from across Europe, Asia, and Africa. Markets bustle with activity as merchants calculate profits, weigh goods, and negotiate terms in a dozen different languages. Warehouses rise several stories high, their windows wide to the breeze, storing the wealth that has made the Republic one of the richest states on earth. But commerce is only one part of Venice's identity. The city is also a center of craftsmanship and artistry. Workshops fill narrow alleys, their interiors lit by small windows or oil lamps. Here, artisans shape glass, carve wood, weave silk, and craft delicate objects whose techniques have been refined over generations. Their creations travel far beyond the lagoon, carrying the elegance of Venetian style across the known world. Religious life, too, plays a central role. Throughout the city, domes and campaniles rise above the rooftops, marking the presence of parishes that anchor each neighborhood. Inside, walls are adorned with frescoes and altarpieces that reflect the wealth of patrons and the skill of painters who have begun to define a distinct Venetian school. Art here glows with color, deep reds, luminous golds, soft blues inspired by the lagoon itself. The political system of Venice is equally distinctive. Governed by councils and elected officials, the Republic relies on intricate traditions designed to preserve stability. Its strength lies not in a single ruler, but in a complex balance of power among noble families, merchants, and institutions. For centuries, this system has allowed Venice to navigate rivalries, crises, and shifting alliances across Europe. Away from government halls and merchant exchanges, the quieter rhythms of everyday life unfold along the canals. Laundry hangs from windows above the water. Fishermen mend nets near quiet mooring posts. Children play beside narrow alleyways where stone walls hold the coolness of the lagoon. In these moments, Venice reveals its more intimate scale. A city of neighbors, routines, and shared spaces suspended between sea and sky. As evening approaches, the light softens, casting long shadows across the waterways. Boats drift slowly homeward. Lamps are lit along facades, reflecting in the still water and turning the city into a mosaic of shimmering color. The silence grows deeper, broken only by the gentle movement of the tide. It is in these hours that Venice feels timeless, as though the centuries themselves have gathered on the surface of the lagoon. Venice in 1500 is a city at its peak, wealthy, confident, and deeply aware of its place in the world. Its architecture, its trade networks, its artistic traditions, all stand as testament to a society that mastered the art of thriving between continents, between cultures, and between land and sea. This is the golden age of the Maritime Republic, a city forged by water, defined by ambition, and destined to leave an imprint far beyond the boundaries of its lagoon.